it going, Shot?
It's going all right. I just wanted to address something that I meant to mention before. You may I don't know how much you're going to zoom in on my face if it's just like this, but behind me there's a line of post-its
Okay.
going up against the wall, and I realized I did not address that uh
Yeah.
and I'll address it now. uh Apparently, it's the 30th anniversary of Weezer's first album, which has the blue cover, so it's just called the Blue Album. Uh,
Okay.
and, so they, released, like, a 30th anniversary version of it. It's, like, 3 discs, it's 3 hours long or something. It's got a whole bunch of extra, demos and extra songs and live versions and all of this wackiness. Um but I do enjoy that album a great deal. I really like that first Weezer record, and, I had seen online conversations leading up to this, uh, anniversary and this release of people ranking the songs on the Blue Album from,
Mm.
like, their least favorite to their favorite, and I was like, "Oh, that's easy," and then I sat and thought about it, and I was like, "Actually, it's a little tougher maybe than I thought." And I'm looking at other people's and I'm like, "Huh, I don't think mine's maybe the same as," like, I don't see one list and I'm like, "Yep, that's it, exactly." Uh,
Right.
the other night, I started to listen to the reissue, and, it's also been remastered, so I started listening to the remastered version, and then I was like, "Oh, alright, let me try to rank my favorite." There are only, like, 10 songs.
Okay.
Be easy. And I'm walking back from the train station and I'm like, "Okay, well, this one I like the least, but then maybe this, but or blah, blah, blah." And so when I got home, I just kinda put all my stuff down and I found Post-its, and I wrote the name of each song on a Post-it, and I
Okay.
them on the wall, and then I moved them around like Soul Train scramble board style until I could get it in the order that I thought was least favorite to most favorite. And so that
Ooh.
this is behind me. I just haven't taken it off of the wall yet, and I didn't realize until we were recording, and I went, "Oh, there's a whole list of things behind me that make no sense to anyone." But, so that is what's happening, and also what you are learning is that there are various walls in my apartment that just have a cluster of, um, Post-its on it because I was trying to figure something out, and that's how I do it, and then I
Oh my God.
there, for years, maybe. And
That's beautiful.
I mean, I'll take it down. I've since, recorded myself talking about it and put it up on my IG stories, but this was yeah, they
I
were
mean,
all over the place as I tried to figure out. Mhm.
This is peek into the artist's mind. I think this is incredible.
Yeah, is
Real
it?
talk. I write like this, so I think this is
Oh,
dope.
okay. Yeah,
Real
yeah.
talk. I have a whole bunch of post-it notes every time I work on a project that I keep here, and like I have them in different colors. I even showed
Yep.
them in the joint.
Yeah, yeah.
And I basically like have I'll pick a color for like the like with like an hour like story chunk, the joke chunk.
Right.
Then I have random bits that I don't know where they go, and
Mhm.
like I'll figure out an order that makes sense whenever like I'm asked the headline of like my recent stuff. So this
Mhm.
is cool, and I ain't crazy. Other people do this.
No, no, no,
Uh,
other people do this. This was how I used to organize, when I first started doing comedy. I would do put Post-its like a calendar on the back of my front door.
okay,
And
yeah,
so I would have, like, Sunday through Saturday, and, and then I would have, like, whatever the date was. I didn't do, like, a full-on calendar because then I had different Post-it notes for whatever wherever it was I was going, whatever shows I was doing, so that I could before I left the house, I could look at it and go, "Oh, I have this coming up." And so
right.
I had that up on the wall, and then if I had an idea or something, I would write it down and stick a Post-it note, like, wherever I was. So over my television, where I was in Atlanta, I'd had a couple of Post-it notes of a couple
Oh
of things,
man,
and then I would yeah, so that is how I kind of try to organize things because
I
it's just
love this.
easier to move things around. Yeah.
Okay, I'm a
Mhm.
fan of this. I am not much of a Weezer person. I'm not
Mhm.
anti Weezer. I'm saying I don't know anything about them.
Sure, that's fair.
Um, I do know they did something in Brooklyn, like, for the album release. I remember seeing that, like, the blue thing.
Okay.
They, like, did, like, a special art piece. It
Oh,
was, like,
sure.
very, what am I thinking of? That dude, the artist Bansky? It was, like,
Oh,
kinda
oh,
like a
Banksy,
Bansky
yeah.
yeah, it was, like, kinda like a Banksy looking thing in Brooklyn. I remember people were hyped about it.
Mhm.
But it was for the 30th anniversary of the Blue
Yeah.
album. So I'm aware of, their existence because of that.
Right,
And
sure.
I was like, "Oh, yeah, okay, these dudes is big time. These
Well,
real
uh,
talk, they tagging up
yeah,
the
I
walls
guess
for them."
I was gonna say, are they big time? But they are, actually, they are. They've gone
Yeah,
on to become very huge, which is fine, They've also put out other albums. I'm not anti look, I am in no way anti-Weezer. Um, the guy, Rivers Cuomo, who's, like, the lead singer and, does a lot of the guitar solos.
okay.
I can pick out his guitar solo of his, like, from, 1,000 paces. He has a particular sound, and I really enjoy it. So I really enjoy his guitar solos. And, a lot of their stuff has been kind of hit and miss over the years.
Okay.
So, I've missed more than I've hit with them. So, but then they'll put out one and I'm like, "Oh, actually this one, yeah. Yeah, this is good." And then they put out the next one, I'm like, "Oh, never mind."
They lost it.
Like,
They lost
yeah,
it.
you lost me on this. This is a little too cheesy. But those first, and they've done albums where it's just a color instead of instead of it having a title, because the first one was just self-titled Weezer, but it was a blue one, so they called it the Blue Album. I think their third album is green, so they call that the green one. I believe there's a red album and a black album.
Yo.
There might be a white album, which is kind of wild because there's also a Beatles white album and the
Yeah.
Hubris, but it's fine. Yeah, yeah. So, yes, so that is what's going on. Is I every once in a while, a lot of times, I like to just rank things, music stuff, and I just go, well, this is better than this, but then this one's better than that one, and then this is terrible, and blah blah blah, and I do it just for me.
What were the top 3?
Oh well, here's where it gets wild. Um, the the top 3. So number 3 was a song called "Only in Dreams," which is how they close the album,
Okay.
and it's kind of a very epic song. That, on most of the lists that I saw on Twitter and online, that song was their various people's number 1,
Okay.
and it was my number 3.
Okay.
Um,
Drama.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
Shaking the table. And number
Okay.
2 was a song
8-minute
called,
long song, by the way.
yes,
Whoa.
8-minute long song, because there's a big, like, build up, like, it breaks down, like, kinda halfway through, and then there's a huge guitar build up, and it has, like, this great kind of battling guitar solo type thing. But it's, yeah, so which is, uh, a little bit different from how the other songs are, which are just very catchy and guitar driven, but this one, it has, like, I don't know, music nerds love it. So, and it's a great song. So it came in number 3 for me. Number 2 is a song called "Holiday,"
Okay.
and number 1 is, one of their hit singles from it, "Say It Ain't So."
Okay.
And, the reason that I picked "Holiday" as number 2 and "Say It Ain't So" as number 1 over "Only in Dreams" is because "Holiday" and "Say It Ain't So" are songs that I sing when I'm not listening to the album.
Okay. That's
Like, I
strong.
just randomly will sing them in the shower or while cleaning or something like that. I will break out into those songs. Only in Dreams, though I love it, I only think about it when I am listening to the album.
That's fair. That's
You
fair.
you see what I mean? So, it's a very strong album track, but, like, I don't break out into the song, like, the melody. I don't break out into singing the
Yeah.
song when I'm not thinking of the whole album. Whereas Holiday has the kind of and Say It Ain't So is just such a beautiful song, and
Okay.
Holiday has like a this nice sing-along type of melody that you can just kinda sway back and forth and, like, hold up a I don't know, a stein of beer or something, and sway along with it, stonecutter style, but, um,
I mean,
yeah.
I feel like I don't know anything about the album.
Mhm,
Shooting blind. I'm
mhm,
looking at the track listing
right,
on Spotify here.
mhm.
Only in Dreams, I feel like has an unfair advantage. Like the album is 41 minutes long and it's
Right.
an 8-minute track. That's 20% of the album.
Yeah,
Real talk. Like that's
it is a
what it
long
should be
song.
good.
Yes, it is. It is good. Don't get me wrong. It is good, and I absolutely understand how people have it as their number 1 song.
Yo,
But the
I,
beauty of Weezer is just like these, it's like like a power, um power rock or power pop kind of thing where it's a lot of hooks and very to the point and powerful and catchy, and can't get out of your head, in a short amount of time.
okay.
They don't belabor the point. Um, and Only in Dreams is not belabored, it's doing a different thing, um, and building to this great, this crescendo to this great climax, and it's fantastic, but it's doing a different thing than the other songs, which are very short and boom, and you're gonna sing this forever
Mm,
kinda thing.
okay.
Um, yeah. So
Okay.
that is why it's not, um,
You're number
my
one.
my number 1. It's, like, number 3. And then,
Okay.
Buddy Holly is somewhere in the middle, and that was also a big hit of theirs, and I didn't think that was a great song, but it's easy to sing along to, and there's a short little guitar solo in the middle of it that every time I listen to that song, it gives me chills. So I had to
That's
knock it off
beautiful.
a few points because I don't think it's that great of a song, but that guitar solo knocked it back up again. So it was like fell somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's that's what I
Yo,
do. That is what I
yo, real talk. Peek
yeah.
into the mind shot. You know what I mean? Top three song. Not scared to take a different take.
I mean,
You know what I mean? You noticed
yeah.
already from her cookie takes. You know what I
Yes,
mean? So you
right,
should
true.
notice. But nah, this is dope. I'm looking. I'm learning a lot real quick.
Mhm.
The blue is very Brady Bunch blue.
Yes, it's a very bright blue, it's like a cerulean blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the cover.
Uh-huh.
Um, is I again super not familiar with their music.
Right.
Is Say It Ain't So is the one that like I will not go bury me na la 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 la
What?
la la. Is
Hold
that the
on.
song?
Oh, wait.
Am I thinking of the right? Well,
No, I don't know.
say it ain't so.
I
I
don't
will
know what
not
you were
go.
singing. Are
Some
these the lyrics
song.
that you were
Yeah, that's the song I know. To say it ain't so.
No, that's not it. Mm-mm. I don't
Na
know
na
what
na
you're
na
singing.
na 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 na. No,
No. No.
what am I singing?
I don't know. I do not know what you were singing. Oh, wow.
uh oh, okay. I googled the lyrics that I typed.
Mhm. Mhm.
Say it ain't so. I will not go. Turn the lights off. Carry me home. That is a Blink 182 song. All the
Oh,
small
you're
things.
singing All the Small Things.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, wow. Na 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 na. Yeah, nope, that
Yeah,
checks. Got it.
okay.
Okay, I'm with you now.
That's all the small things to me. I thought that was Say It Ain't So.
You know what? I don't even
That
know where to begin,
it's
but
in the
also
chorus.
it's fair. It's fair. I
Yeah,
get it. I see. I
it's the
see.
first line in the hook. Say it
No,
ain't so.
no, I understand. I understand.
Yo, real talk. I don't and like
But
everything else you said checks out. The They make some good songs. They make some songs I'm not on board with.
mhm.
You know what I mean? I like a couple of singles, but I think this weird sleeper cut is the best song. Real talk. I can say all of that about Blink 182.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. Okay.
All right, shouts to Blink Weezer.
I can't. My
Real
heart
talk.
hurts. This is so funny. This is so funny. I
Yeah,
mean,
I don't know what song "Say It Ain't So" is, if that's not it.
no, it's not. It's a little bit slower. You may have heard it, you may not. It was more of a '90s, eh, because that album again came out in '94, so it was more of like a mid-90s kinda thing, whereas Blink-182, I mean, all the small things, I guess that was later '90s into the aughts,
Yeah,
maybe late '90s or something, but that would have been closer to when you were growing up and hearing that
yeah.
music. Blink-182 would have been much bigger at that time than this Weezer record was.
Okay.
This would
Huh.
have been, yeah, it was, almost a world apart while only probably being only 4 to 5 years apart,
Wow. Okay.
if that, but musically, it was just so much different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Learn something new.
Mhm.
Look at that. We out here, baby. I'm expanding my horizons, baby.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I mean, you know what? I challenge you to do that. Just think of an album that you love and then rank the songs on it.
Mm. Like, cause like when I look at like this Weezer cover for Blue,
Mhm.
like I think of all of the guys in the state. Like that's what it looks like to me. Like it's gonna be improv.
You know
I'm
what?
not
I
thinking of
mean,
comedy.
shit, you ain't wrong. Like,
Right.
that was a type of guy.
Real talk. I
I
saw
will
this shit.
say it is it definitely was a type of guy. Yes.
Like you can't tell me the third dude isn't Kevin Allison. Like I was like, oh, that's my
I
dude.
can't wait. Hold on. Let me think because I don't. All right. So
Shouts to
is the
Kevin.
third,
That's my homie.
yeah, is the third guy on the blue cover, is he tall? The
He's
tallest
the
one?
I would say, yeah, it's him or the first guy. He has a pink shirt,
Okay.
jeans.
All right.
He might be a redhead or brownish
But it's
hair.
shortcut. His
Yes.
hair is okay.
But so is
Yeah.
the other tall guy though. The two tall guys are kind of shortcut.
But one, his hair is noticeably darker.
Yes, I would say the shortest hair is the darker hair.
Okay. So then the other one with the hair that might be blonde or red or something, but he's
Yeah.
tall. He's relatively tall. All right. So that one is Matt Sharp. He was the bassist and
Okay.
he left. Also,
Yo.
I truly hate that I just did that. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm
This is
not looking
awesome.
at, and also I'm not looking at. I was just like, wait, hold on. Is that Matt Sharp in the spot? He he went solo, but he also um formed. He was on the first two Weezer records, and there is a little bit of a school of thought. Honestly, that um that Weezer kind of changed once he left and they weren't as good. I don't know about that. There is literally an SNL sketch with I think Matt Damon and Leslie Jones where they argue about Weezer in this way.
Yo,
Um
this is
and
awesome.
yeah, and so yeah, but he went solo, but he also formed a band called The Rentals.
Okay.
Um and they had a hit song called Friends of P. Um, and they put out a couple of albums, and the first one's pretty good. That's the one with Friends of P. The second one I enjoy more, which I can't remember the name of, but it. Um, Anywho, yeah. So there's my that's a thing, a little trick I just did. Again,
That's
while
beautiful.
not I am not in any way looking at the cover.
Real
That's just
talk.
in here. Now ask me if I've paid all of my bills for this month. I haven't because I
We
keep
all shine in
forgetting.
different ways, Sha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but this is what's occupying, I think, the space of my brain that should be for, making appointments.
Listen.
And instead of making appointments, I'm like, actually, the Rentals' second album was better than the first. So if you can imagine uh, how much fun I was in the '90s.
Oh man. Well,
Mm.
shouts to Matt Sharp for
Yeah, shout out to him.
real talk leaving,
I mean, because 'cause they're doing
starting the
all
Risk
this stuff and
podcast.
they're not talking about him. He's nowhere near the band. I don't think they get along anymore or
Right.
whatever, but I'm just like, I mean, it's great that you're having this 30-year anniversary or whatever, but we ain't gonna talk about Matt Sharp at all. Also, I feel like they're doing all this for the first album. Their second album is excellent. Pinkerton, very controversial. I don't think it's gonna get the kinda shine that this one does. I hope it does, but I also understand if it doesn't because yikes, it's a little problematic, but I truly
Really?
love that record. I don't even wanna get into it. Let's talk about the news. This is not where we should be talking about my views on Pinkerton. This is
Oh,
not
man.
I'm trying to stay alive out here.
Yo.
I just lost 100 pounds. I'm trying to stay alive.
Oh, man. I have never been more certain about what I'm doing after the pod in my life, Sha. Yo.
I'm
Let's get into the news
Yes,
for
yeah,
Shalewa's safety.
yeah,
Uh,
let's do that, please.
there's only one Michelin star ice cream shop in the world, and it's in Taiwan. That's right.
Okay.
Uh, let's see. Taiwan's growth as a fine dining destination shows no signs of slowing down, as evidenced by the island's latest Michelin guide. 10 new establishments received stars in 2024, taking the total number of Michelin-starred restaurants on the island to 49. But one of them in particular stands out. Minimal in the city of Taichung is the world's first and only ice cream establishment to receive a Michelin star. Set in an alley next to the city's tree-lined calligraphy Greenway Boulevard, its Spartan gray and dark charcoal facade make it look more like a Nordic architecture firm than a dessert shop. The two-story venue has both takeaway outlet and a dining section that offers 7-course tasting menu focusing on ice and ice cream. The restaurant skillfully layers flavors and textures through temperature variations, temperature variations, and creative combinations using unique local ingredients from Taiwan, says the Michelin Guide's write up. The meticulous flavors, delicacy, and mature, skillful techniques all impressed us and reached a higher level, warranting a Michelin star. Uh,
Okay, stop there because then it gets into the history of the dude who made it, and I don't care. I'm trying to see these flavors.
Real talk.
Let's see what we got here. Why are things different?
I
Oh,
mean, I
okay.
didn't think you could do. I didn't think you could do 7 courses of ice cream and ice.
Yeah, that seems wild.
Yeah, like
Um,
that alone is different.
okay, so, there's each dish is named after the temperature it's served at. So the current menu begins with a half molten starter that's 32 Fahrenheit, right? And it's
Okay.
the pear flavor. And then diners will have one hot course, a rice dumpling sandwich between two crispy pancakes, titled the 180-degree Celsius rice edamame.
And I'm
Okay.
okay.
So, all right. So they put a little hot in between the cold. They give you a little rice.
Okay. Low
And then
palate
there's
cleanse.
um a negative 40 degrees Celsius wild ginger flower sake ice lollipop, a negative
Okay.
5 degrees Celsius whiskey pineapple magnolia shaved ice dish.
Well, now we talking. Okay.
Okay, all right. A negative 12 degrees Celsius snakewood Korea anise. Okay.
Now we
Ice
not talking.
cream.
You lost me there.
Yeah, that's gonna be real spicy.
Okay.
Um, Ice cream gelato course, and then a very chilly 196 negative 196
Negative.
degree Celsius strawberry roselle cream, a liquid nitrogen ice crystals dish. And then there's a 40-degree Celsius pastry dessert served with a side of gelato, longan gelato. Okay. All right.
Okay. Okay.
So they freezing a lot of shit and then taking it out in different degrees. It is fancy.
Yo.
That does sound fancy. The lollipop, for example, has a crunchy texture that melts much slower than normal ice and dissipates like a piece of fluffy cotton candy when eaten. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. You doing something different?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess he's using liquid nitrogen on some of it. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, maybe I'm just not a ice cream. Sometimes I mean, I wonder if I could get my mouth to adjust because some of the stuff is savory,
Right.
right? And sometimes I get mad when there's savory in where I wanted sweet. Like there's a stand in Atlanta, like a popsicle place in Atlanta called King of Pops,
Okay.
and they started out as just like a cart. This guy started with a cart, and he's grown. They have locations or whatever. It's it's become a little chain, and and they have flavors of popsicle, but then they also have some that are like, I don't know, they throw rosemary in with something, and I'm like, that's just gonna make it taste like chicken. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes I
That's
don't need
real.
seasoning in my I just want strawberry. I don't need basil.
You know, you bring up a interesting point there. Is there ever, like, in most cultural situations, I can't think of a single time where I want a cold thing that
Mhm.
is savory.
Right. And I wonder about that. Like, I'm sure it is good, and I am the first to admit that my palate is trash. So, that also could be it. But I wonder, like, maybe, like, is this novel to anyone, or, do people like, I don't count mint as a savory because mint
Right.
chocolate chip, I like that. Mint is, more clean than, like,
Yeah.
it's not like you're putting salt or garlic in there or something like that, you know what I mean? Like,
No, I agree. I get you. It's like
yeah.
refreshing, not
Yeah, it's refreshing. It's not like a flavor that is going to stick on you the way that, rosemary will.
like, I don't want mint on anything hot.
Oh,
Like,
interesting.
I don't want,
So,
like, mint chicken. I
oh,
don't want,
huh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, mint,
yes.
I don't I mint for whatever reason, I only associate with cold.
Okay, alright. So, yeah, so then you're right, that is a good question, like, what are Um, is that just the American in us, or is that like a individual preference kind of thing? Because I feel like mint in there are maybe some Indian dishes that have mint that are hot.
Interesting, okay.
I feel like I could be wrong, or maybe, um,
I
and
would assume there's a mint hot chocolate. I
I
don't
mean,
necessarily think I would have it, but I could see that being a
yeah,
thing
no,
for
there's mint
somebody.
mint and chocolate together, yes, a lot. Or but, I think about, is it, maybe some Mexican cooking includes dark chocolate? Which, I mean, sure, because dark chocolate to me isn't necessarily sweet. But, like in a mole or something, I think, dark chocolate can be used. I don't know. It's just
Huh?
the mixing of the sweet and savory, which is cool, but sometimes, um, I literally will just eat something very sweet and then a potato chip, and I'm like, "There's my sweet and salty." You know what I mean? Like, I don't need it all mixed up in one thing. I'll decide how much sweet and how much salty I get.
Amen.
So,
I got the tools for this.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know, like, do I take my strawberry juice pop, and then do I just, like, roll it in some roll half of it in a little something, like, what do I just
Huh.
sprinkle paprika on it, or, like, I don't know. So sometimes I see it and I'm like, "That all sounds amazing, and I'd like to watch you make it, and I'd like to see it come up, be plated, and photographed. But do I want to bite? Nah, probably not." I'll just have a chipwich.
Real
Just give me
talk.
a chipwich.
You enjoy that though.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, good on you though. That looks gorgeous.
You know, I got questions now.
Okay.
7 courses. Is there a point where ice cream becomes a meal? I think this
No.
is a no?
Nah, this is just 7. Well, it's 6, um,
You got the little rice joint.
yeah, you got the rice joint, so that's kinda like the to cut it so it's not so,
Yeah.
and there might be something else that I think that's maybe where you need a savory ice cream so that it's not just different kinds of sweet, like,
Yeah.
all at once. So, yeah, you need a little crunchy rice thing and a crunchy that lollipop thing. The texture also kinda helps you tell it apart. But, I mean, if you're doing stuff with it like this, I don't know if it's a meal, because 'cause I'm sure you're not getting a plate full of, you know what I mean?
But you get 7 courses.
Yeah, but you're not getting 7 American courses. This isn't Chili's. You're not getting a plate full of ice cream. You know what I mean? You're getting
Yo,
some
7 pints, baby.
yeah,
Let's
that's
do
not
this.
what's happening. You're getting these very ornate meals that are
Okay.
plated beautifully, but are absolutely not going to, like, take out your it's, um,
Okay, that's
probably
fair.
like a tasting menu, but maybe a little bit more, but
Okay,
it's
and then
probably gonna be for you, it'll probably be like 3 to 4 bites,
okay, for each thing.
probably.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
21 bites of food. Yeah, that's not really
Okay, you
bad.
know what? Why did
You
you do
right.
the math? Why are you doing the
Yeah,
math
I mean,
on
I
that?
gotta know what I'm eating here. So that's like half a sandwich.
And also, no one is going there, I think, necessarily like, this is dinner. You know what I
But
mean?
and that's
Like
what I don't know. That's what I'm asking. I haven't been to too many places that have gotten Michelin stars. I've been to I think 3 that I could think of.
oh, that's a lot. I haven't been at unless they're giving them away at, like, a particularly clean Wendy's. I don't think I've been to any.
Yo, so like I try to like look one up whenever like for Gabby and I for our anniversary we went to one last year.
Okay.
There's a place in Ridgewood called Rolo's, I think it is, that
Oh.
like is phenomenal.
Mhm.
And it's kind of like, like uh NY like city high dining in, a local neighborhood.
Right.
And like it blew us away. I did one in LA when we went out for I think my second taping, and it was the first time she came with me. So like we try to
Right.
celebrate moments with that. Um and we've yet to bring the kids. We don't think their palate is ready, and I'm not spending $300 on them
Yeah,
to
no,
not
that's
get it.
fair. That's
Real talk.
absolutely fair. I
But
haven't taken myself because I don't wanna go somewhere and be like, "This is trash," or I have a fillet of fish in my a backup fillet of fish in my bag just in case. I don't
yo,
yeah.
but the reason I bring it up is because like every time I've done this with Gabby, it's
Mhm.
been part of a big night.
Right.
Like, like our anniversary. So like we'll get tickets to like a Broadway show. We'll go to this nice dinner and then I'll have some gifts. I try to make sure it's a full thing.
Right.
How much weight can I put on 7-course Michelin ice cream? Like,
Um,
can I skip? Like, can I be like, yo, I got tickets to a Broadway show. We getting crown fried for dinner,
no,
but
I
it's
don't
because
think
I'm going to the Michelin ice cream spot.
yeah, no, I don't think you need to take it down that much of a notch. Like, I don't think it needs to
Like I'm
be
like, what is this?
crown
Like, can you
yeah.
get a slice in Michelin ice cream? And is that a
No,
date?
no, first off, no, because the dairy amount alone, absolutely not. Um, no, I think it's just like a thing of interest. I think honestly, think of it as doing it in the middle of the day. Like, look at the
Ah,
picture. If you look at the picture in the article, they've got these little cups. They're just little cups with a little spoon. Like, it's not a lot. So think of it as like a middle of the day thing.
okay.
So, like, start if you're going to do a long thing with, I understand you wanna stack it all in one night so that you can knock it out, but if that's
Yeah.
what you're gonna do,
We got score to get the high score for the day.
do you?
Yeah,
That's a
that's good.
way to look at it, okay. I'd say do it at the top,
Okay.
and
Yeah, I
then
like that because that's the thing to talk about all day.
yeah, do it at the top while the sun is up, and then, do whatever your activities are, and then, like, dinner, and then at dinner, you can get, like, a little dessert, you know, when you're eating dinner, and then go, "This wasn't as good as the Michelin place that we went to earlier." You know what I mean? Like, but I
Yo,
think in that way, maybe start with this feels a little more I would not, um, think of it as like, "Well, it has a Michelin star, so it must be just as important as a restaurant." Nah, it's still an ice cream place.
okay, okay,
Yeah, keep that in mind.
okay. All
But I
right.
mean, for you, you
Next
still
time I'm
have
in
to
Taiwan, you know
yeah,
what
I
I
was
mean?
gonna say you still gotta fly over to Taiwan, really, so you plan that however you need to.
In other news, there's a bat that won a beauty contest. It
Ugh,
was right. A winged creature from Oregon was crowned this year's winner of the annual Bat Beauty Contest that was put on by the Bureau of Land Management. It was held on Halloween Day which was also the last day of the International Bat Week. Am I saying that? Am I dissing the bat? A hoary bat?
Horry Potter.
Hoary Potter bat with a feisty personality named Hoary Potter, right?
Okay,
Defeated.
yeah, hoary bat named, yeah,
Uh,
I guess that's a type of, bat,
yeah,
a
hoary
hoary
bat
bat, and they named
named
it Horry Potter.
Hoary Potter defeated
Lestat,
Lestat.
like the vampire Lestat,
Oh, okay, that's
like
cute.
Interview with a Vampire. That's I can't tell you how funny it is that you just said, "Oh, that's cute," for the vampire Lestat. Oh my goodness. And Rice people, stand down. Don't attack him. He don't know. He don't
I'm
know what he's
sorry.
talking about. He
I'm
don't know.
sorry. My bad.
Oh my gosh.
The Western small-footed bat from Idaho. Okay. In the final round of the contest. It also bested Townsend's eared big name bat named Sir Flaps-a-Lot from
Oh,
Utah. Oh, that's
Lord.
actually my favorite now.
Well, of course it is.
Sir Flaps-a-Lot from Utah. The victory marks the third year in a row that a bat from Oregon has taken first place in the contest. Yo, Oregon coming up heavy. Last year, William Shake's ear, a
Yeah.
female town's big eared bat from Southern Oregon, took the title. And in 2022, a Canyon bat named Barbara. I like that, just straight up, Barbara from South
What's the name
Oregon.
of your bat? Barbara.
You know
Barbara.
what? I take
No,
it all back.
we
Barbara
don't do
Fire.
puns. We don't do puns. Her name is Barbara.
Barbara, real talk, B. My mom is back, reincarnated. She told me she want to win this contest by any means.
Oh my
She lost it
gosh.
30 years in a row raising bats. She said, "Screw it. I'm coming back as a bat
Imma
and we'll
take it
win."
that way.
Real talk. Shouts to Barbara. The federal agency has held the competition since 2019 to raise awareness about the animal's ecological importance. Bats are part of the wild population living on public lands and are photographed by the agency staff. BLM posted, this is not Black Lives Matter, right?
No, no, it's,
Bat
something
Lives Matter?
land no. I should literally hang up on you right now.
Oh, Bureau of Land Management. Got
Yeah,
you.
this motherfucker said, "Bat lives matter." I really You are now listening to the last episode.
Yo, I'm not the one making the whole contest,
No,
but we
you're
can see
right.
it. Yo, yeah. If you care this much about bats, I don't know what you capable of naming something.
That's true, we did
Real
just
talk.
stumble our way through a bunch of puns. So, for you to
Real
see
talk.
BLM and think it's "Bat lives matter" is not a step too far.
Real
I get
talk.
it.
I'm in their world. You know what
Yeah, yes, no, I understand.
I mean? Oh
Oh,
man, hoary bats are known for their swift flight and wrapping themselves in their own tails to mimic leaves and to hide from predators. Because of this attribute, it estimates that Hori Potter would be the perfect candidate for seeker on this year's Quidditch team. Ha 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 ha.
okay, enough Harry Potter talk. If
Real
there's
talk.
anything that I never wanna hear from people ever again is talk about Star Wars, talk about Harry Potter, and talk about Taylor Swift. I said it. I'm tired of hearing about all of that shit.
They had they run.
It's a great run.
Real talk.
Hush.
We
There are
good.
other things. Just hush. I'm
Real
so
talk.
you know why? Because people use those things as a way to decide if you're a good person or not.
Mm.
And that's where, like, a stand-in for an actual meaningful conversation is just 2 dudes arguing over their favorite Star Wars movie and getting really into in the weeds with it, and I'm just like, "Just tell your friend you love them." You know what I mean? Like, leave me alone. Shut up about this.
Oh man.
So annoying. Oh my god. And
If you
just
would like
yeah, just cut me off. I've had enough.
to ban Star Wars, Harry Potter, and Taylor
Yeah.
Swift combo going forward, all you gotta do
Mhm.
is like, subscribe to the show, baby. If you were Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings 4 stars. You probably tortured Shalewa at a water cooler with your Star Wars rhetoric. Cut it out,
Cut
okay?
it out.
You probably put it in your PowerPoint. The nerve of you. You know what I mean?
Boo.
I'm
It's
speaking from
also it's
experience.
the assumption that everyone will know exactly what you're talking about. That's what really bugs me, and so when you're like, "No, I don't really," they how do you move in the world? Quite easily.
In
Like
fact, happier.
yeah, like a non-stunted person, that's how.
I connect with other people.
People yeah, on other things.
Real talk.
Jesus, give me a break.
You know what,
Give me
RJ? I never liked you. Okay, put it out there. Kept trying to teach me lessons, making Star Wars references. I never seen them shits, and I
Yeah,
don't care.
don't care.
Showing
You're
up to work at the office with that whole white suit, and he's like, "Yo, see, I got one. I didn't know what it was." You was so excited about the thousands you spent on that shit. No
Oh,
idea what the hell
wow.
it was. Had to go Google stormtroopers because of you.
Look, I have people in my life, people that I love dearly who are very into it, and good for them. But they also know not to talk about it like it's the only way they can speak to a fellow human. And that
Yeah,
is why they are in my inner circle.
amen. I'm not
Because
mad at it. My kids like it. Gabby likes it.
yeah,
But
but
my
like,
relationship ain't with them ain't dependent on me knowing that.
yes. So I just, give me a break. Give me a
RJ
break on it.
RJ held my promotions in his hand. So I had to pretend to like understand. Every time he brought up Star Wars, I had to like pretend to go to the bathroom and Google what the
What
reference
he was
was.
talking about?
So I could be like, all right, I'm in the know now for this like next 5 minute convo.
Oh boy. No,
Nonsense.
you should feel strong enough to just go, "Yeah, I don't know it." And that might be why, people don't find me very approachable because because I feel strong enough and I'm not trying to be a dick, I don't know and I can't continue in the conversation, but I'll stand there. But yeah, I just go, "Yeah, I don't really take part." And whoo, boy. Ugh.
Yo, you better than me. I faked it so well that he thought I was a fan.
Oh, no, that's
Real
the
talk.
fear, is that
Real
now I
talk.
gotta look up this stuff. Nah, man, let me look, while you're talking to me, I'm literally ranking the songs on Pinkerton. How about that? That's what I'm doing.
5 stars. We talking about Pinkerton instead, baby. Hell yeah. If you know what Shalewa was referring to that we can't talk about, DM
We
me.
cannot yeah, yeah, but
You know what I mean? We'll keep it off the record, but tell me.
Ah.
Oh man, if you have any articles you want us to cover or Pinkerton things that I need to know about, all you have to do is hit us up on Twitter and Instagram at Silky Jumbo at Gastor Almonte. With all that said, I am about to be spending a lot of time on Wikipedia, Gastor Almonte.
And
With
I beg that you don't. Stay dumb. Stay dumb, buddy. Stay dumb and happy.
Amen. Shalewa Sharpe, dumb and happy.
Yep.
That is the new campaign slogan we running with. I like it. The War Report, dumb and happy, baby. Low key. You know what I mean? The country's going to shit, but we talking about animals, ice cream. That's why we dumb and happy, baby.
See, yeah, that's what happened with that election. It was Bats Lives Matter.
Real talk. Oh man, the bat swung the vote right there, yo.
Yep.
Bat swung the
We
vote,
didn't
yo.
see that coming. We didn't see that coming.
Catch y'all next time. Peace.